Damian Schiff, writing about an anti-bullying program in a Northern California school district, worried it would teach that homosexual families are the moral equivalent of traditional heterosexual families. He also once wrote that the U.S. Constitution's Due Process Clause likely does not forbid the criminalization of sodomy. Amy Coney Barrett has said, the Constitution does not expressly protect a right to privacy, and that Catholic judges should put their faith before the law when ruling on abortion and the death penalty. Readers are now probably wondering who these people are and why they should care. The answer is that they're among several far-right nominees for federal judgeships put forth by Donald Trump. Nominees for the U.S. Supreme Court receive plenty of attention from media, activist groups, and concerned citizens, but nominees for lower federal courts get less. But, as Alliance for Justice legal director Dan Goldberg points out, the Supreme Court hears only 80 cases a year, and the bulk of law is made by these lower courts. Anyone who cares about equal rights, equal protection, a good environment, the rule of law, needs to care about who is sitting on these lower courts, says Goldberg, whose organization is a national association of progressive groups supporting a fair and independent judiciary. Adds Sharon McGowan, director of strategy for LGBT-focused Lambda Legal. At this moment more than any other, people have come to rely on the courts to check the excesses of the other branches of government. We can't rely on the courts to protect us if we don't protect the courts. And most federal judges are appointed for life. If anti-LGBT or otherwise objectionable judicial nominees are confirmed, the damage done to the federal courts is generational, says McGowan. The importance of who fills federal judicial positions below the Supreme Court level was highlighted this month when the Senate confirmed John K. Bush to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit. Bush, a lawyer from Louisville, Kentucky, has criticized rulings striking down anti-sodomy laws, objected to gender-neutral language on passport applications, likened legal abortion to slavery, and even passed along birther conspiracy theories, which allege that Barack Obama was not born in the U.S. and was therefore ineligible to be president. Alliance for Justice, Lambda, and other progressive groups opposed his confirmation. They and others are also opposing Schiff, whose nomination to the U.S. Court of Federal Claims is still pending. Rarely has there been a nominee who is so sorely unfit to serve as a judge, says Alliance for Justice's online report on Schiff. And a letter by Lambda and other LGBT groups urging the Senate to reject Schiff says he has gone beyond merely disagreeing with the judicial precedents that serve as the foundation of the LGBT community's legal security and progress, and has denigrated LGBT people in ways that suggest that he is simply incapable of administering the law with respect to LGBT people without bias or prejudgment. Schiff is a lawyer with the Pacific Legal Foundation, a conservative, libertarian legal nonprofit that often takes on government regulations, including environmental protections. He is also a member of the Federalist Society, a prominent conservative organization, as are several other Trump judicial nominees. As for the anti-bullying program he wrote about with such alarm in a 2009 blog post, he admitted to Sen. Al Franken that he had never reviewed the curriculum, according to Lambda's letter. Among his other flag-raising statements, he has called Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy a judicial prostitute, selling his vote as it were to four other justices in exchange for the high